Alright, what's shaking, folks? Charles over here, tuning in to Pharaoh Tales and Tales and Just a Man. So, as you can see, I'm wearing an orange shirt to represent the Orange House of Death, which I'm here to tell you that death approaches. That's what that means. When you see orange, just like Trump, orange man bad, well, that was the Freemasons and, the Royalists and the Swiss Vatican Crown telling us that the death of America is approaching. And well, as we can see, America is dying right now. So, now I just want to do a video to kind of talk a bit about why death approaches and explain the tactics that are just not new. It's something that's been regurgitated throughout history. And if you pay attention, you can actually see the patterns and know how to kind of protect yourself. Because at this point, you got to let go of all earthly possessions, my friends. Because if you fear death, well, and then you start, putting resources toward prepping and all that kind of stuff, there's nothing you can do, folks. It doesn't matter how well you prep yourself. What's coming our way right now is going to be devastating. It doesn't matter how well you prep yourself, with bug out bags and all that kind of stuff. It's just not going to be worth it because you're just going to prolong your suffering. That's it. You're not going to be able to recover from this because it's too late, folks. Okay? What needs to be done now is to pay attention to what's really going on and understand who are the culprits, who are the criminals in this world. And it always leads to the Swiss Vatican Crown, the Holy Roman Empire, which is in Switzerland. Okay? They make all the decisions, banking, the postal office, and the ports, all military, all that shit. It's Switzerland. It's the land of the aristocrats. Okay? It's the feudal royalists and the Templar Republicans. And see right here, I don't know, I know it's kind of white and flashy here. Let me kind of put the screen a little bigger here. Like all the. Okay, so see this guy right here? This is Canadian Prepper. His name is Nate. Okay, you can't really see because it's kind of bright there and stuff. But see this guy? I respect him. He's a human being, and I got nothing but love for him, and I want nothing but the best for him. But he keeps putting videos up and creating fear. That's what he's doing. He's just putting fear, telling, oh, you gotta prep. World War III's coming, and he's trying to talk like he knows what's up because he's talking to these people in the military. But listen, folks, the people in the military, sorry to tell you, there's only a small percentage of them that are very intelligent. For the most part, they're compartmentalized. They don't know shit, okay? Most of these people that join the military are actually at war with themselves. They're perfect slaves to be cannon fodder, to be put out there, to die for the pharaohs. That's the reality. Now, see what happened with Ukraine and Russia? Well, it's just funny how Switzerland just got exposed for Credit Suisse, which is essentially one of the biggest banking in the world, got exposed for essentially doing banking for human traffickers and criminals. A lot of criminals, a lot of bad people, folks that are essentially were exposed. And all of a sudden, when all of this is coming out to expose that Switzerland, also Coronagate came out to expose that how all the pharmaceutical companies in Switzerland, the top 10, made money, mass amounts of money off the PCR tests and the vaccines and all that stuff, and how they've been making money off of, vitamins and all that kind of stuff, which is a big fraud, ladies and gentlemen. So all this is coming out, but boom, we got a war in Ukraine, and now World War III is being threatened and talked about. And this guy, this guy, Canadian Prepper right now, is putting all this fear porn out there, and to say, got to prepare yourself. Don't waste your money, folks. There's no point prepping, because how are you going to survive massive bombing? Okay, and they're talking nuclear strikes and things like that. But right now, if we go World War III, there's nothing you can do to prep, folks. So why waste your fucking money? Why waste your time, and why give yourself the headache? It's just nonsense. If you really want to do something, you want to do something constructive and put resources towards something really important, why don't you put it towards going to the Swiss embassies and then putting pressure on them and then calling them out for the criminals that they are, because they're the ones that funded the First World War, World War II, all the wars. Switzerland, that's what they do. They're criminals. They control the police, the military, and the mafia. It's the same people. You'll see if you look at all the symbols, all the names that they use, you'll see all the military, they all have the wreath. Okay, China has the wreath on their military. Canada has the wreath. the United States, you name it, it's all part of the Holy Roman Empire, which is Switzerland. It's the new Holy Roman Empire, okay? So, folks, you're not listening to the right people. That's the problem. You're not listening to the right people, and the media, well, you definitely shouldn't be listening to them, and people should be actually marching, like in numbers, and I'm talking about like thousands of people invade. I'm talking about rushing inside the building, occupy, and arrest every man and woman within the CBC, CTV News, all the mainstream media, CNN, you name it. These people that have essentially been creating all this division and destroying us, destroying our minds, getting our attention, our human attention, which is the most sought out commodity in the world. These are the people that need to be held to account. Same thing with Switzerland. The people, all the aristocrats, the kings, the queens, all these people, they're the ones that we should be going to war with them. So don't go to war with Russia and the Russian people and the Ukrainians and all that kind of stuff. We, the people, should be storming our parliaments, our Congress. Those are the people that need to be held to account because they're the ones picking the fights and sending our children out there, making them at war within their own hearts to be able to make them perfect slaves to go out there and be cannon fodder for them to profit off of our ignorance. That's a fact, ladies and gentlemen. Whether you want to believe it or not, I've done my research, okay? I've been paying attention for a long time. I knew all this was coming, that this is what they do every so 100 years. They got the same system where they have their bug wars, right? They have their either the bug wars come first or after, but they always have something to clean up to essentially distract from the attention that they cause the problems. So if you really want to make a difference, folks, what you really need to pay attention to is who the bad guys are. And one of the best guys you can listen to is Sean Ross from Győri at Chatsafrats and Homeland Security. This guy, his name is Sean Ross, like I said. This guy is a real true warrior. He's been backpacking across Europe, showing the Knights Templars and the Royalist system, all that stuff, explaining all the symbols and showing that they're always got their dirty little fingers in everything, the little Swissies, which Switzerland stands for the Sisters of Isis. It's the land of the pharaohs, okay? Folks, stop listening to this guy, okay? I'm sorry, Nate, I actually sent him emails. I sent him emails to try to explain this, and he's not responding to me. You know what that means? When I see that, is he's part of the problem. He's trying to make money out right now. This is what he's doing. Okay, and I don't respect that. I got nothing against him as a human being. If I got nothing but love for these people. I got nothing but love for everybody. I want everyone nothing but the best, and I mean it. I want everybody to have nothing but the best in life. But we have to hold ourselves accountable. We need to realize and focus on what the true problem is. And if we don't have peace in our hearts, we're not going to be able to have success, folks. That's how we fight. That's how we stand, is by having peace in our hearts and knowing who we are and knowing who the enemy is. And that's how we're going to win, know peace, and be able to assure peace, love, and prosperity for our future generation. I ain't got no children, but I'll fight for your children if you got them. That's what I'm here for. My name is Charles Eros Alexis, which means strong one-man army, God of love, and defender of mankind. And I tell you, my name defines my intentions in the world. Thank you for listening. One love.